Hi guys, today we're making spicy sausage penne with peppers and onions. Right, let's get straight into it. Right, I've got these good quality sausages. I'm just going to take them out of the casings, which is quite simple to do. So let's start with this one, and you just tear into the casing. The casing should fall off and the sausage should just come straight out, and just set that aside. Right, that's 7 sausages done in what, about 30 seconds? And that pan is heating up, but it's not hot yet. So I was gonna just slice into them, but I've just realized I'm just gonna make these little meatballs now because it's gonna come out better. And I'm just gonna put them straight into this dry pan. The reason I'm doing it on a pan that's just warming up is because this is gonna take me about a minute to get all these done. And I don't want half of them cooking and half of them still being raw while I'm putting them in. Right, now that this pan's heated up, I'm just gonna give this a drizzle of olive oil just to get everything going. And we're just gonna go ahead and just give these a little toss around. Don't worry if a bit of sausage gets caught on the bottom of the pan, that's fine. That's all flavour, that's all gonna render out. Just make sure these sausages get a nice crust on them. They get a nice cook. Right, our sausage looks perfect. This is ready to come out of the pan now. This looks beautiful. It's just started to brown slightly. They're cooking well, and we're just gonna take them out now and remove them from the pan until later. Right, just going to pop them in this bowl, and we're going to use up all that beautiful sausage fat that's still in the pan, and we're going to go straight in with just a touch more olive oil at first because we need to deglaze that pan. And we're going to go in with our chopped onions, so 1 red onion as well as 1 chopped red pepper, and just stir these in. And they're just going to pick up the flavour from our beautiful sausages, and they're going to saute down and release moisture, and then we're going to pick up all that crusty bits of sausage and that bacon fat that's caught on the bottom of the pan. That's all going to be used to enhance our sauce. Right, while our saute is just slowly doing its thing, I'm going to start with my garlic, and we go straight in with our garlic. As soon as that garlic touches the pan, just get that beautiful aroma. And now we're going to go in with our chili flakes. Now I like it spicy, so I'm going to add a teaspoon of chili flakes, but if you don't like it as spicy, just go ahead and add a bit less. But you need a bit of spice with that sausage. Right, at this stage you can go ahead and add some salt. So I'm going to go in with a teaspoon of salt as well as a teaspoon of pepper. I like a lot of pepper. And we're going to go in with a teaspoon of dried oregano. It's all about the garlic and the herbs and the peppers and the onions. Oh, beautiful. Right, and once you've sauteed your peppers, your onions, your garlic for about 7 minutes, you're ready to go in with your tomato puree. And I'm going for a tablespoon of tomato puree. And that's just going to give everything a beautiful colour, a beautiful shine, and a depth in flavour. Let's cook that tomato puree out. And while that tomato puree is just cooking out, I'm going to go ahead and just chop up my broccoli stems. This is beautiful stuff. It goes really well in pastas. It's got so much flavour, it carries flavour, gives texture and colour to any dish. I'm a big fan. And get it in there. Really good for you. Beautiful stuff. Right, let's give this a beautiful stir. Right, at this stage I'm going to go ahead and add my chopped tomatoes. So 1 can of chopped tomatoes. There's 1 can of chopped tomatoes followed by 1 can of water. Then we're just going to let this simmer down, give it all a really good stir. And now the moisture from the water and the tomatoes is going to deglaze that pan as it starts to heat up. And that's exactly where all the flavour is. Right, my sauce is just simmering away nicely now. I'm going to let it do its thing. I want that water to reduce by half, so I'm left with a nice thick, rich sauce. Right, while that's simmering away, I'm going to put my penne on. And the bottom of this pan is now pretty much completely deglazed. All that fat and everything that was stuck at the bottom has all been emulsified into our sauce really. Right guys, our sauce has been simmering away for about 7 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and add our sausage now, and that's just going to finish cooking off in that beautiful sauce. And the sauce is going to pick up the sausage flavour, and the sausage is going to absorb some of that sauce, and it's just going to be like a marriage made in heaven. Beautiful. Just let it do its thing. Right, I'm just going to let that sauce continue to thicken up and simmer away. While it's doing its thing, I'm just going to chop up some basil. Right, basil in. Give it a stir. Okay, right, my pasta's out and it's drained. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a drizzle of olive oil as well as some pepper and salt, and I like to do this just for flavour. Give it a stir together, make sure that there's a little bit of seasoning on each piece of pasta, and then straight into our sauce she goes. Beautiful. And we're just going to stir that in. Wonderful. And that pasta and that sauce is now like reduced by half. It's nice and thick and it's going to stick onto that pasta beautifully. Right, let's take this off the heat. We're going to give it one last hit of pepper, a touch of dried oregano, just a little sprinkling, and that's it. Great, we're ready to serve up. Right, let's plate up this beautiful, thick, rich sauce with this spicy sausage. Outstanding. It looks so appetizing. Packed with flavour, you just know it is. Right, this looks outstanding. Let's give it a sprinkling of Parmesan just to finish it off. And there you have it, my perfect penne with spicy sausage and peppers. Penne with spicy sausage and peppers. I love it. Guys, I'm going to get stuck in and do the taste test, but before I do, I'd just like to say if you're enjoying my content, if you like our videos, give us a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to us. Hit the notification bell because that really helps us, and if you put a recipe that you want me to try in the comments below, I promise I'll try. Anyway, enough talking, let's get straight into this. Right, how would I describe this dish? It's really well balanced. You've got the meatiness of that sausage, you've got the herbs, you've got the oregano, you've got the sweetness of the peppers, the pasta's al dente, you've got that chili coming through, you've got that garlic in the background. It's just a really well balanced, delicious meal. I can't really say too much more, it's wonderful. Follow this recipe step by step, just do it how I've shown you to do it. All the ingredients are listed in the descriptions below. Guys, this isn't just delicious, it's absolutely effing delicious. Really happy with that.